So there have been loads of video games that have broken the fourth wall, but there are a select few games that hide their fourth wall breaking antics behind a secret or an Easter egg. And that's what we're taking a look at today. Now, some of you may be wondering what exactly a fourth wall break is. Well, a fourth wall break is when a film, a play, or in our case a video game, acknowledges the audience, therefore breaking the imaginary fourth wall that is placed between us and what we are watching. As always, if you happen to know of any really cool fourth wall breaking Easter eggs that didn't make the cut in this video, then let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to check it out and of course credit you in a future video. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. Right, let's begin today's video with Hades 2. Now, in Hades 2, you spend most of the game looking at your character from the back, which for some of you may be perfectly fine. The thing is, to see the fourth wall breaking secret from this completely normal and not at all aimed at horny people video game, we need to swing the camera around front. At first, things seem normal enough. I mean, really big, but normal. Well, if you move the camera around the character, this will happen.
Warning, emergency power supply at 5%. Shutdown imminent. Anchor restart required.
So the main character's eyes will follow the game's camera, which means that in some way she is aware that she's being watched. I mean, as far as fourth wall breaks go, this one is actually kind of creepy. Oh, and another game that does the same thing is Stellar Blade. This is Eve, and while she may not have the in-your-face assets of the Hades 2 leading lady, she is obviously attractive. Well, if you wanted to take a good look at Eve, you know, for research purposes, eventually she will do this. So after a while, Eve will look straight into the camera as if to say, I know you're staring at me, but can we get on with the game now? Which I think is pretty funny. Now, losing a save file is no joke. There is nothing more soul-destroying than putting hours upon hours into a game only for your save to suddenly be lost, meaning you have to start all over again. I mean, nowadays we're lucky that we have cloud saves, and most games come with a very forgiving auto-save system. But what about games where every decision matters? Surely losing a save in a game like that would be the worst. Well, it seems that the developers of the really quite good Detroit Become Human would agree. After launching the game, there is a chance that this will happen.
Oops, I think your saved game is corrupted. Just kidding.
So Chloe will claim that your save game is corrupted, which, like I said, would be really annoying. Before you could start typing angry Reddit posts complaining about your bad luck, she will then say, just kidding, which is totally not cool. Now, the chances are that if you find a noise in a game annoying, the characters in the game probably find it annoying too. Usually you would make the noise stop and go on about your day, but in Max Payne, things are a little different. You see, when riding the elevator, if you shoot the speaker that is playing the annoying elevator music, Max will say this.
Thank you.
So Max will thank the player for putting an end to the music, which is really clever. This isn't the only time this happens either. Later on, outside of a vault, if you shoot an alarm, Max will say the same thing.
Thank you.
I mean, Max may be a grizzled New York City detective, but he still has manners. Now, usually, kids' games are all about doing the bare minimum they can to hold a kid's attention, and that's about it. Of course, there are kids' games out there that are much more than that. But for the most part, games aimed at kids aren't great. Don't get me started on licensed kids games, which are usually rushed out the door to coincide with the release of a movie or something. With that in mind, imagine my surprise when a kids game, based on a movie no less, turned out to have one of the funniest fourth wall breaks I've ever seen. The Madagascar game released all the way back in 2005, which for those that can't count is 20 years ago. I bet that made some of you feel really old. Anyway, when the game begins, you play as Marty the Zebra, who is voiced by Chris Rock in the movies, and not by Chris Rock in this game. In Marty's enclosure is a treadmill, and if you leave Marty to run whilst you go and make a cup of tea, he won't be very happy.
Okay, good sweat. We can stop anytime. 1 minute on this and I'll work up a good sweat. Once I ran on here for 2 hours, but let's not do that again. What are we practicing for, a marathon? The rest of the zoo is great. Maybe we should check it out. How about visiting the snack bar? I could use a cold drink. How about we press the stop button? This is animal abuse. I think Alex is waiting on me. X! Help! I can't get off this thing! I'm glad that kid's watching. Maybe it'll inspire him to exercise. Don't leave me here! Oh, sure, just go off and do your own thing. Leave old Marty here to rot. My hooves are killing me. Hey, get back here and play the game. I bet you think I can't get off this treadmill by myself. Well, you just watch. I'm gonna concentrate really hard and wish I was somewhere else.
So at first, Marty could be talking to anyone. But when he flat out tells you to get back here and play the game, there's no doubt he's talking to you. Like I said, for a licensed kids game, I didn't expect there to be so many recorded voice lines for riding the treadmill. Now I'm guessing that I'm not alone, but when I play a point and click game, I will point and click until there is nothing left to point and click. Sometimes the objectives in these games are so vague, especially the older point and click games like Monkey Island, that it's the only way to work out what you need to do. Well, using this pro gamer strategy in Sam & Max Hit the Road can cause severe emotional damage. If you repeatedly try to make Sam pick up an object that he just can't pick up, this will happen.
I can't pick that up. No, really, I can't pick that up. Are you dense? I can't pick that up. Read my lips. I can't pick that up. I give up.
Now you've done it. You've broken Sam's spirit with your stupid attempts to pick up that silly object. In fact, if I didn't find his pitiful sobbing so amusing, I'd come out there and rip your limbs off.
So you can break Sam's spirit and leave him an emotional wreck. Which may seem pretty harsh, but I had to be sure that Sam definitely couldn't pick up that TV. Now, if someone asked me to name a game that makes me think of the PlayStation 2, but they say I can't name Grand Theft Auto, I would probably say Destroy All Humans. I don't know why. I mean, I played them on the PS2, but they weren't my favourite games on the system or anything. I think they're just a relic of that era, where games like Destroy All Humans would be made all the time, whereas nowadays if a game isn't quadruple A, publishers don't want to touch it. It's basically a B-movie video game. Not that B-movie, this kind of B-movie. Anyway, there is a cool fourth wall breaking Easter egg that can only be found in the PS2 version of Destroy All Humans, and not the sort of recently released remasters. If you wait at the menus in the mothership, this will happen.
Well, it's your electric bill. You could turn the console off, you know. Haven't you ever heard of global warming? Oh, don't mind me. I'm only a fictional character in a simulated universe, after all. I haven't anything better to do, really. I'm just a bunch of electrons fluttering about inside your console and a few hundred kilobytes of data stored on your DAH disk. Don't pay any attention to me! Didn't anyone tell you? The name of the game is Destroy All Humans, not Screw Around on the Mothership.
Up next is the most surprising game to feature in this video. Yes, even more surprising than Madagascar. The God of War games have always been pretty serious, even before Kratos grew his beard. So for a God of War game to break the fourth wall, you must have to put in some serious work. Well, in God of War on the PS2, if you beat the game on the God mode difficulty and then destroy the 2 statues in the throne room, which does take some time, you'll get access to a secret message. Now, this message is quite long, but trust me, it's worth listening to the whole thing.
By the gods, you've done it! Somehow you found your way here to me. I offer you my congratulations and my respect. Together, we shall conquer the perils that lay before us, and we shall always...
Kratos, dude, they did it! They found our Easter egg!
Who are you?
It's me, David Jaffe. I directed the game.
What game?
Your game, God of War?
Go away or...
Dude, don't you get it? These guys, they spent all that time breaking those statues. I mean, they must have taken, like, forever. And then they figured out the whole secret code thing.
I do not know what you are talking about.
We hid this secret pretty damn deep, huh, Kratos?
If I kill you, I will get health orbs.
But wait. If you got the secret from the net or a magazine, then actually you kind of suck. I mean, work for it a bit, right, Kratos? Actually, can I call you Krat?
No. Go away or
Man, don't you hate it when they get the codes off the net? It's so lazy. Hey, say, Krat, what are you so pale for?
I am serious.
You know, up close, you actually look kind of pasty, if you don't mind me saying. It's kind of gross.
All right, that's it!
Oh, jeez, Grant, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come and hurt us! We gotta make the sequel!
He was worse than a screeching harpy. As I was saying, you have found the secret. You have done well. Congratulations, mortal. We will meet again.
So the message sees the game director, David Jaffe, and Kratos congratulating you on beating the game, before Kratos gets tired of David and kills him. Though not before David mentions a sequel, which is pretty funny. Interestingly, if you complete the US version of the game, you'll be given a phone number to call instead, where the same message would play out over the phone. Right, it's only fitting that we end a video about fourth wall breaking Easter eggs with the best fourth wall breaking Easter egg of all time. During Chapter 7, before confronting Stefano, if you run all the way back to O'Neill's safe house, this cutscene will play out.
Sebastian, what are you doing here?
I'm in the middle of some serious shit right now, O'Neill. I could use some help out there.
No way.
Are you kidding? Do you know how long it took me to come back here to talk to you about this?
You could have just called, you know.
Are you coming with me or not?
I told you I wasn't going to leave this place. It's f***ing evil out there.
That may be, but there's evil within, too.
Whatever. I'll take my chances in here.
So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you are a fan of Easter eggs and secrets, perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. Thank you all for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.